Welcome to the new Super Elite Entertainment Studio. It's been a long road, but through hard work and dedication, we have been able to get up to this point where we can introduce our new studio to you. This platform has been created for you, the people of the community, to give you support, some motivation, some encouragement. This is for you. Welcome. The Great One Green, you have Oscar Bonilla, you have waiting for that phone to ring, for that phone call. Step back into the ring. That's it. Presented by Rock Nation Sports and Koto. Good. Man, it's been way too long. Moving down to the Barclays Center, there's a lot of people upset about that, man. How you feel?
Piece of artist. I'm paint the picture for you.
Doy Jr., what's up, man?
How you doing? How's everything?
Hey, listen, man. And fight soon. I mean, how true is that? You know what? Maybe that's his way of like loading up his guns, like you knocked the dude the hell out.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
Bro, you have a serious snap on that punch, man. With AJ Galante, owner of Chance Boxing Club, to be your manager, compared to previous fights, you look like you're in the boxing retreat fight for supremacy. And Saturday. Openly sharing all the details.
Great.
Our other sons, yes.
Yeah, so I wanted.
Yeah.
Busy, good.
Well, I'm excited to have. You know, what goes through your mind when you lose a case?
It sucks.
This show is brought to you by Perez Tire Center, Aces Bail Bonds, Miranda & Sons Automotive, Bridgeport Auto Glass, Ramirez Spanish Restaurant, Tito's Barbershop, JC Tire Center, Rancho Patanal Brazilian Restaurant, and Luz de Paz Funeral Home.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We'll fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. It's your boy Jason Rodriguez, and we are here live in the studio for an exclusive debut. This is our first show in our new studio. Man, I'm excited. I don't know about you in the audience right now, but I'm super excited, man. I'm really excited, man. And first of all and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you that are watching right now live via Facebook. This is a great time. Such an opportunity, a great privilege. I don't take this for granted. And I am really thankful unto God for blessing me with the ability and the opportunity to be able to come to you live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Periscope, broadcasting live across all 3 platforms. I mean, bit by bit, we're growing and we're getting better. Not only that, but we have an actual studio audience here in the place tonight. So listen, I want to thank all of you guys that are here tonight in the studio. I mean, this is exciting. We have AJ Galante tonight in the studio for an exclusive interview from Champs Boxing Club. One of the hottest boxing managers and boxing promoters in the state of Connecticut. Not only in the state, but he's branching out. I believe he's going up into Jersey, Mass, New York City. AJ's all over the place, man. AJ's the man. So if you're a boxer, professional boxer, want to become a pro, you need to hit up AJ Galante at Champs Boxing Club because he has all the right connections. Also tonight, at some point, we have a local politician from the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut, Mr. Hector Diaz, who is running, I believe, for the 130th district for the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut as a candidate. He's for the state representative. He's going to be a state representative. So he'll be here in the studio shortly in a bit so that he could be a part of our, exclusive interviews. Not only that, man, but we also have Hector Rosa. I call him Zumba Rosa. Hector has all kind of names. I mean, he's a Zumba instructor. He's a singer. I mean, he's a blessing to everyone he comes in contact with. He was on our show previously, and Hector tore it up with his beautiful voice. And that's what he's going to do tonight at some point this evening. Female in the studio tonight, Diana, who's going to be singing as well. And Diana has a beautiful voice, and she's going to be dropping it down like it's hot. You'll see. So again, without further ado, I just want to thank each and every one of you that are watching right now via Facebook Live. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on Periscope, thank you for tuning in. And if you're watching on Facebook, I'm going to kindly ask you to click that share button and share this live broadcast onto your timeline. Share it, please share it, and let someone know AJ's in the house. Hector Rose is in the house. Hector Garcia is in the house, and also Diana Rosado, I believe, is in the house. Is it Rosado or Tosado? Rosado is in the house. So again, without further ado, I want to bring in our first guest, Mr. AJ Galante. What's up, AJ?
How you doing? Congrats on the studio.
Oh man, AJ,
good.
So excited to have you here in the studio tonight, man. And first of all, I want to thank you for coming down.
Of course, I couldn't. Almost with you 4 years ago. It's a big upgrade, so everything was good, and we're all so happy for you.
Thank you, man. And you know what? The thing that I really appreciate is that I remember years ago, 4 years ago, when you started off your promotional company, which was called Prize Promotions, and that still exists, just to let people know it still exists. Prize Promotion is still out there. I remember that we made contact.
Yeah.
We became really good friends ever since.
Yep.
That first event. But I do have footage from when you first came on the show over 4 years ago. You remember that first interview?
Yes, I
It was
do.
in the garage.
Yep, at
It
the
was on
house.
the green screen.
Yep.
And the quality of everything that took place that during those 4 years ago was terrible. I'm gonna say what it is. Call it what it is. The quality was terrible. So
well, you got to start somewhere, and we both come a long way, especially.
yeah, you know what? But before we jump into everything we're gonna talk about tonight, I'm gonna show the folks that are watching some footage from 4 years ago. All right, this is me and AJ Galante 4 years ago in my garage. Excuse me, in my garage. His first interview on my first show I had 4 years ago in my garage at my house. Green screen in the background. The pixels, the picture quality is beyond terrible. But here we go. Me and AJ Galante. Check this out. We're excited tonight to have known as my brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Now, you are the founder of a new promotional label in the state of Connecticut called Prize Promotions. And you make a... All right, and we're back. What do you thought about that? That footage is kind of crazy, huh? That footage is old. So, AJ.
I look about 30 pounds lighter, too.
30 pounds
That's bad.
lighter. And I see you got a little tan going there.
Yeah.
And, but that's when we look at that footage, you know, I appreciate that footage, and the reason why is because I remember 4 years ago when I was on the ground starting off, you were the first individual that I came to. We didn't even know each other that good, and I said, AJ, listen, I'm trying to start off a media promotional broadcasting. You know, I can't remember how I said it to you, but I came to you with my idea, with my vision, and I presented it to you, and you, without hesitation and without reservation, said, let's go.
Of course.
And the thing that was really, really nice, you pulled out your checkbook and you wrote me a check.
Yep.
Do you remember how much money you gave me?
No.
You gave me almost $2,000. Yeah, almost $2,000, and that's how we started off the Super Elite Boxing website. Remember that?
Yep.
Take your hand, and I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
And not only that, but now 4 years later, we're back here in the
I
studio
know,
again.
another debut.
Another debut.
This is unbelievable.
And
Like, when I walked in, and I was just like, wow. Because I remember driving to your house 4 years ago, and, you know, we're both, you know, starting at the time. You know, I've been in boxing at the time, but that was my leading up to my first show, and, you know, I appreciate, you know, male and females on their way up. I've always been drawn to people on the come up. That's kind of what I enjoy. You know, that's what I look for in a boxer. I like it gritty, not pretty. You know what I mean? I like up and coming people, and that's where we all start. So I have a soft spot for that.
And I truly appreciate that. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart 4 years ago when I came to you, because I was hesitant. I thought about it. I said, you know what? I felt like I was coming to you as a beggar. But I said, you know what? If I don't ask, I'll never know. I took the risk. I leaped. I jumped. And I got the response that I was hoping for. And you said, man, let's do it. I'm on board.
Yep.
And ever since that, you just been with me, man.
Of
Backing me up
course.
110%. And you already know. Super Elite Entertainment, Super Elite Boxing has Champs Boxing Club backed up 115%. All right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, so what an honor, man, to be able to have you here tonight, AJ. For those that don't know AJ Galante, he owns Champs Boxing Club in Danbury, Connecticut with Finelli Feliz Sr. And you guys opened up that gym about, I want to say 5 years ago.
4.5.
Four
yeah.
4.5 years ago.
Right
And
around the time I had first met you, our grand opening was February 2015, and I had the show in May and met you somewhere in between there. So
yeah. So, you know, you guys opened up your gym 4.5 years ago. Then you jumped into the professional ranks as a professional promoter. And ever since that, you've just been flying high, putting on professional events, amateur events. You got the Summer Sizzler coming up, I believe, in July.
June 22nd.
Oh,
yep.
June 2nd. This June 22nd, Summer Sizzler.
Yeah.
All right, an event that he puts on, I believe, at the Danbury Memorial.
Yep.
So you guys want to make sure that you be a part of that coming up June. You can go on to Champs Boxing Club website, Facebook page, Instagram page. All that information is on there. All right. I'm giving you a quick plug in, AJ. I'll give you a quick plug in before we jump into the interview part. But for those that don't know, you grew up in the state of Connecticut. You grew up in New Milford, right?
Yeah.
And then you planted your roots in Danbury, Connecticut. You and your father, AJ Galante Sr., two great visionaries. I mean, two men that, I mean, you changed, and I'm going to say, you guys changed the face of professional hockey.
Yes.
Or what
Yeah.
ranks was it?
Yeah, it was minor league hockey, but about 2 steps below the NHL. So we were right there.
AJ's father owned the Trashers,
Yep.
which is a professional hockey team in Danbury, Connecticut, and I'm at the Danbury Arena.
Yep.
Now, the thing that I love the most about your story, AJ, is that when you were 17 years old, your father came to you. First of all, 17, you're still like in diapers. Let's keep it real.
Yes.
I mean, you don't know nothing. All right?
I
But
thought I did.
You thought you did.
Yes.
So, at 17 years old, your father came to you and said, AJ, I brought a hockey team. And not only that, but he said to you, and guess what? You are the general manager
Yep.
at age 17. All right?
Yeah.
Let's start off there. I want you to pick up there and talk your experience as general manager of a great hockey team, which changed the face of hockey. I mean, tell us about that, AJ.
It was surreal experience. Honestly, it was. My dad, owned various garbage companies in the state, and that's where the Trasher name came. And when he just, I tell people, and people think I'm lying. I've just been consistent for 15 years with the story. He just told us one Sunday night, I bought a team, and you're gonna be the president, general manager. And I just remember like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever you say. And
So you didn't take him serious at first?
I knew he bought a team. I knew he was serious about that, but and then it was in the paper 2 days later. I was at school and people were like, "What is going on?" And I was like, "Okay, I guess, throw it right into the deep end." And
Right in there. No experience,
No.
no knowledge. And as a matter of fact, I read somewhere where while you were at school, you were like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And when you would go to the bathroom, you were actually running business.
Well, back when we had Nextels,
Uh-huh.
there wasn't smartphones. It was beep beep, and
Uh-huh.
I remember I was a senior in high school still when everything had happened, and I would sneak out, go to the bathroom, call this one, call that one, try to make it happen, and then the season had started the following. When I went to college at Manhattanville College in New York, and same thing. I would be, trying to get used to being a freshman in college and dorming and everything, but there was so much other stuff going on. It always seems to be like that for me. It's always like it's a lot at once, but
Yeah.
it was an unbelievable experience, and when you gotta walk the walk. So I told him I'd do it, and that's what we did.
So that experience that you didn't expect, that was thrown on you, how has that drafted you or built you to be who you are today as a person and a businessman?
Well, I think, it's like I said previously, I have a thing for underdogs, people coming up, and I've been very fortunate in a lot of aspects of my life, given opportunities that frankly I didn't really earn. It was passed to me or whatever, and I know there's pressure with that. A lot of people don't take you that serious, and you have to work twice as hard to show people I'm worthy of, what I've been given. I always tell people, don't judge someone what they're given. Judge what they do with what they're given, because anyone can give anyone anything. You know what I mean? I mean, you give anyone $1 million, what are you gonna do with it? And I think, even now, at the gym, I see a lot of kids, and there's certain kids you see have that hunger, whatever it is, whether it's boxing or something else, and it definitely. A lot of parallels with boxing, with how I got into that, how I started with the hockey and everything else. But it definitely taught me just how much responsibility is to run a team. Everything that goes with it. It's a lot harder than it looks, obviously.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And just driving up to the Danbury Arena, just the building itself is breathtaking. So I can imagine you're running a building, you're running a ice hockey rink, and then you're running an entire hockey team.
Yeah.
And it's not an amateur.
No.
It's pros.
Yeah, it's pro.
It's pros, and you guys had the best of everything.
Yeah.
Even the travel bus that you had.
Yes.
That was a serious bus,
Yeah.
man.
Well, my dad loves to do, he does it big. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it big. That's just how it is. And it was a. In the beginning, it was a struggle to get play, because you got to understand, when we were as a league, it's for the young guys, you're on your way up, and for the older guys, you may be on your way down, and you're caught in the middle of having like some old school veterans who've been there, and some young guys, 18, 19, or not that young, but guys on their way up, and some guys didn't take me too serious because of my age, but I had to find ways. How do you lure somebody here? Plus Danbury never had a professional team really of any sorts, let alone hockey. So it was you learn to do some sales. It's like anything else. You learn to sell it, and my dad made it easy with the amenities and everything else. And these guys are used to driving 8 hours on a school bus to go to games. So he made it very
Well,
a lot easier.
Well, he provided the team I want to say a limo, but it was more like an airplane on wheels. I
Yes.
mean, it was serious.
Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't on the bus too many times for road trips, but there's some legendary stories I've heard through the grapevine. It's become urban legend now, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I was in school, so
One of the things I like about you, AJ, is that you've always been a person that gives back. You care about people, and it clearly shows with the caliber of people that you have at your gym, Champs Boxing Club. You have a bunch of kids from the streets, you know, who walk into your gym, zero knowledge of the sport,
yeah.
and you're always willing to take them in. And I don't even think you charge these kids, which is, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure at some point, maybe when they first arrive, you don't charge them, but at some point, hey man, you got to pay up. You know what I mean? Especially
it's
if
tough. It's really tough. Boxing is I always tell people I played every sport growing up except boxing. There was not a boxing gym in Danbury at the time when I was old enough to play sports and stuff. So I wasn't. I tell people all the time I wasn't even a fan of boxing, honestly. I didn't really watch it. If Tyson was on, I'd watch him just because the lure of it all. But I was into, you know, hockey, football, basketball, baseball, and you know, when the gym happened, you know, it's hard. Boxing's hard to charge because you look at the demographic and the social demographic of the kids who come there. Usually, kids, luck, don't have a lot of resources financially, and frankly, even kids from surrounding towns that come from wealthy towns, they got their own issues. You know, a lot of mental health things, anger, self-esteem. We're slowly getting a lot of young girls into the gym, which I think is great. And you know, it's. I've always been a giver, like you said. We have a nice youth program in there. It's a nonprofit. It does, you know, the kids don't have to pay anything, and you know, it's like anything else. We monitor their grades as long as, you know, there's not a grade requirement, but as long as we see them making the strides to do good,
Absolutely.
they can stay.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to have to cut somebody off, you know, kid or adult. It's only happened maybe twice, but it's tough. I give a lot of leash. So
A lot of leeway.
yeah.
So, just so people understand, you are a professional boxing manager. So you promote and you manage.
Sure. Yeah.
And you used to manage Delvin Liguro Rodriguez,
Yep.
who's been on the big platform, fought against Cotto, Arizlandi Lara. I mean, Delvin has been, you know, he's fought all the best competition out there.
Yeah.
Also, you have Omar Badoy Jr., the Beast, and we're going to talk about him momentarily,
Yep.
about his last fight that he just had a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Controversial decision.
Yep.
You also have the notorious Frank Galarza.
Yes.
You know, who Frank is always on PBC, Premier Boxing Champion. He's always on that
Yeah.
big stage with main events.
Yeah.
So, you know, my thing about you is that you like to deal with the amateurs, but you also have connections
Yeah.
in the professional aspects of the sport. I mean, how do you manage both, and which of the two do you like better?
When I got into boxing, honestly, I started backwards. I mean, a lot of people, when they start with boxing, whether they're a manager or a coach, trainer, whatever, they start in the amateur ranks. And I somehow, you know, it'd be a whole hour episode, how I got into boxing, really, you know, when I met Delvin and my partner, Fernelli Sr., who was training Delvin, and my first fight as a manager was ESPN2. You know what I mean? It was.
Wow.
We started at a very high level, and it's weird. I started at such a high level in terms of managing, and then, you know, I slowly dipped back down. And when the opportunity came to have a gym, I really wanted to do that. You know, because Danbury, we're the only, you know, boxing gym there. And what I like better, that's really tough because, you know, they both have their pros and cons, obviously. But I like, as far as if I break it down professionally, I like dealing with guys from their debut till when they turn into a teenager, 13, 14 wins. It's more pure sport. Then it turns into more of a business. When you get to fight 13, 14, 15, it becomes a lot more politics, a lot. it's different. It's once you get to that higher.
Now it
caliber,
includes
it's-
contracts,
Yeah,
money.
and honestly, I don't need. That's not really my strength. I can do it.
Uh-huh.
I'm good at it, but I don't like the money. It changes a lot,
Yeah.
and I like the pureness of a guy like an Omar coming up, and it's more about the hunger. Like I said, the grittiness of it. I like going to, you know, when we get slot buys, we're going to New Hampshire, fighting in a, you know, war memorial type
Yep.
venue, you know, and then the next week we're at Madison Square Garden for something else. I prefer the little, I like the little stuff, honestly, and it's important. If you don't bring a guy up correctly, he's never gonna make it anyway. So that's what I enjoy, that part of it. The amateurs, I enjoy the camaraderie of the team, the tournaments, the Golden Gloves, and just watching the kids, you know,
Flourish.
Flourish.
Yeah.
Perfect word. Yeah.
and before I even forget, I just got to acknowledge all the boxers at Champs Boxing Club. I want to thank each and every one of you who gave me this beautiful gift.
You got some good ones on there.
Yeah, I see that. I'm looking
Omar
at it. It
Finelli
says
Jr., you got some.
Omar the Beast, Finelli Jr. It says
Yeah.
to Jason, congrats on the new studio from your friends at Champs. I truly appreciate that. I thank you guys so very much. And listen, man, we here making our pro debut in the studio, knocking them out tonight.
Yep.
Knocking them out tonight. You know, so I truly appreciate this gift. This is going to be going right on the wall, AJ, with the other boxing pictures that are already on the wall. So thank you so much for this gift. I truly appreciate that. So with that said, we're going to continue on with a couple other things that we have going on here. When we come back, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Omar the Beast Bedoy, and we'll just keep going on, man. We're just going to keep having some fun here tonight. When we come back, let me just change this angle here. When we come back, we're going to have Diana Rosado, who's going to be blessing us with one or maybe two songs, maybe one, whatever she feels like singing tonight. But anyhow, she has a beautiful voice, and she's going to bless us when we come back from our commercial break. I truly appreciate you guys that are watching. Please don't log off. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. AJ's still here in the studio with me. We're going to continue on with our exclusive interview. Hector Rosa's here in the studio. He's going to be singing. Diana's going to be singing. And also, Hector, we got so many Hectors here tonight. Hector Garcia, who's running for office in the state of Connecticut, will be here shortly, sitting on the hot seat. Again, your boy Jason Rodriguez coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back momentarily. Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center, located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory, and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Perez Tire Center is open 7 days per week, located at 72 Knowlton Street in the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
despair over auto glass repair for rapid, reliable auto glass replacement and repair. Trust Bridgeport Auto Glass with over 25 years experience. We do all glass replacement, windshields, mirrors, door glass, sunroofs. For cars and a wide variety of trucks, we'll get you back on the road fast. Same day and mobile service available. Our fully licensed technicians can come to you, serving both New Haven and Fairfield counties, credit cards and all insurance accepted. Bridgeport Auto Glass, skilled, efficient, and affordable.
You know that as a defendant, you have a right to bail? The 8th and 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantee this. This is something that a reliable, licensed bail bondsman should know. The team at Aces Bail Bonds knows this and much more. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Super Elite Entertainment. We are here live. Come on, where's my audience at? We are here live in the studio. And listen, tonight we are making our pro debut. I feel like a professional boxer. I'm getting ready to jump in the ring and knock somebody the heck out. And I'm so excited, man. We're here in our new studio. And so far, I believe it's going well, man. And this has been such a blessing. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you, our supporters, all our advertisers. All you advertisers out there that are backing me up, that are supporting me. Perez Tire Center, JC Tire Center, Rancho Patanal, Ramirez Restaurant, Aces Bail Bond, and so many others. I can't think of all the names off the top of my head, but I truly appreciate all my advertisers. Louis Miranda and Sons, Miranda Sons Automotive, the Bridgeport Auto Glass. I mean, it has advertisers backing me up and supporting me. I mean, we wouldn't be here tonight. So I truly appreciate that. And I thank each and every one of you that are watching, our fans and our followers, watching on Facebook Live and watching on YouTube and Instagram. So exciting, man, to be able to have your support and to be able to do what we're doing here in the studio because of you, the people of the community. We established this platform for you, to bring you some hope, some inspiration, some encouragement, to bring you, man, some motivation, man, and just to let you know that you are somebody and that you can make it. I feel like I'm preaching right now. All right, so with that said, without further ado, we are going to turn it over to my good friend, Diana Rosado. All right, Diana Rosado, you ready to sing, girl?
I'm ready.
All right. So let's get ready. So introduce yourself, Diana, and tell the folks that are watching right now.
How's everybody doing out there? I'm Diana Rosado. Feels good to be here, by the way. First time, hopefully everything goes smooth. And you ready, guys? Let's do this.
You ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right,
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right, and here we go.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical thing defines what's within. And I've been here before, and that life's so poor, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people time and rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, yeah. Some people live for the fountain. The promise is forever young. You know what? Some people need a dozen roses. is the only way to prove you love them. Hand in the world on a silver platter, and what does it mean? No one's there, no one who truly cares for me. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, and some want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. If I ain't got you with me, baby, oh, ain't nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a thing. If I ain't got you with me, baby. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That was excellent. That was excellent.
This is a good. Guys, this is Spanish. Yo no sé qué hacer. Me enamoré de ti un día y no sé por qué. Me regresaste de mi vida y hoy te marchas de mi lado con otro querer. Y nunca olvidaré que me perdí en tu mirada a través de ti. Logré saber cuánto me amaba y hoy te marchas de mi lado con otro querer. Y así yo vivo mi vida herida, y así yo vivo soñando, soñando que tú estarás a mi lado por siempre contigo. Y así yo vivo mi vida herida, y así yo vivo soñando, soñando que tú estarás a mi lado por siempre a mi lado. No te vayas sin saber cuánto te amo. Debes entender, y ya no sé vivir mintiendo en este nuevo amor que se deshace con el tiempo. Y hoy que estoy en agonía te recordaré y nunca olvidaré que me perdí en tu mirada a través de ti. Logré saber cuánto te amaba y hoy te marchas de mi lado con otro querer. Y así yo vivo mi vida herida, y así yo vivo soñando, soñando que tú estarás a mi lado por siempre contigo. Y así yo vivo mi vida herida, y así yo vivo soñando, soñando que tú estarás a mi lado por siempre a mi lado. No te vayas sin saber cuánto te amo. Así yo vivo mi vida herida, herida, Me enamoré de ti porque hiciste enlace en mi vida. Así yo vivo mi vida, herida, herida. Hoy que estoy en agonía, nuestro amor recordaré. Así yo vivo mi vida, herida, herida. Así yo vivo mi vida, herida, herida, herida. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we partying up in here.
Así yo vivo mi vida, herida, herida. Así yo vivo mi vida, herida, herida, herida. Oh man. Herida. Me siento por ese amor, sola sin compasión. Por tu traición, no, no quiero más tu amor. Hoy me marcho de tu vida. Oh, 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 Thank you guys for watching.
Welcome to Ramirez Restaurant.
Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Perez Tire Center is open 7 days per week, located at 72 Knowlton Street in the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Not all bail bond agencies are created equal. In fact, this business has been known to attract some rather shady characters. Some don't even have an office and work out of the trunk of their car. Aces Bail Bonds is a state licensed agency with an actual brick and mortar office. We are widely recognized as one of Connecticut's premier bail agencies. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
All right, and welcome back to Super Elite Entertainment Studio. We are here live in the studio, and man, what a performance Diana just gave us. Was that awesome or what? Amazing. Yeah, that was amazing. I gotta clap for her. I gotta give her an applause because she has a beautiful voice and she did her thing. She laid it down. And I know that Hector Rosa, who's gonna be coming up next, is shortly. Well, not immediately next, but he's gonna be coming up shortly. Hector Rosa has a beautiful voice also. He's going to be laying it down. So don't go anywhere because Hector's about to do his thing pretty soon. So, with that said, we're here in the studio, man. Me and my boy AJ Galante. We're here just chilling out, having a good time, man. Listen, first show, first debut in our new facility. And what do you think so far, AJ?
I love it. Like I said, it's got a great vibe, but it's comfortable and couldn't be happier.
Thank you, man. And really quick, I just want to acknowledge the people that are watching on Facebook. I noticed a lot of you guys watching on YouTube also and on Periscope. But all of you guys that are watching on Facebook, I definitely need to acknowledge you right now. Anthony Lucas says, "Hey Jason, what's up, Anthony? I truly appreciate you tuning in tonight." My mother's also on the check-in, so I definitely have to check. Hey mom, thank you for tuning in. We truly appreciate that. And my mother's on here. Oh my gosh, my mother's leaving multiple comments. But also, we have Angel Morales who said, Diana. He said, Diana, go girl. Diana just, excuse me, she sang the song. We also have Coco Loca saying, what's up, Jason? And love and peace from Coco. Coco, truly appreciate your support. I've been watching you. You've been, tuning in every week. You've been leaving us comments. And, we truly appreciate that, Coco. Also, we have watching right now is, who else? Oh my God, we got so many people leaving comments out here. Emmanuel Fernandez, who says about you, AJ, he says, here, much respect. All right, so we appreciate that, Mr. Morales, and there's so many other people. Nothing makes me happier than seeing another Bridgeport brother doing it big. God bless, and that's from Joey Bella. Listen, man, Bridgeport's in the house. Right? No good things. That's a damn lie, and I'm sorry to put it in that way, but good things come out of Bridgeport. I'm from Bridgeport. Diana, who just performed, is from Bridgeport. Hector Rose, who's going to be singing, is from Bridgeport. Also, the politician who's in the studio, who's going to be coming on the hot seat shortly, Hector Garcia. Diaz. Hector is also from the city of Bridgeport. I dare you say nothing good comes out of the city of Bridgeport, man. Come on now. Anyhow, let me keep going here. Who else? My Aunt Jackie saying, you go, girl. A lot of people like your performance, Diana. And another guy named Brad Collar saying, you go, girl, great job. Someone else is saying out here, Diana, that you need to try out for American Idol. All right, hey, let's get the funds together. Let's get her out there. All right, and so many other people watching. Also, my sister, Sonia Rodriguez, she's saying, you go, D, you got this. And Jackie Rodriguez, my son is actually watching. My son, Jason Rodriguez Jr. is watching, and he says, you go, girl. Everyone liked her performance. Outstanding. So, and there's so many other comments. I can't get to all the comments right now, but we truly appreciate all of you that are watching right now on Facebook Live, who are watching on YouTube and on Periscope. Listen, man, we're excited to be here in the studio. This is our first show, and this is our pro debut. I feel like a boxer, AJ. You know what I mean? AJ's my manager tonight, and he is managing me. AJ's in the studio, boxing promoter, boxing manager, only a Champs Boxing Club, and we're back. And let's keep going, AJ. Let's keep going with the interview.
Let's do it.
I know I'm talking too much, but I'm excited. So let's talk about Omar Badoy. Mm-hmm. He fought a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. In the was in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah, Hampton. Who brought a lot of experience into the ring, and Omar went into the ring undefeated.
Yeah. And
unfortunately, he got his first loss.
Yep.
Controversial. Not a lot of people happy with the decision.
Yes.
So I need you to break it down to us and tell us, what do you think happened? Because Omar went to his backyard. I want to say, did he go to his backyard?
No, he was from New York. We were from Connecticut, so it was weird situation. I mean, I've only used the word robbery twice in my life doing boxing. I'm 8.5 years, and I don't like to use the word robbery in boxing because a lot of people say a fight was a robbery. It's usually a close fight. We broke this tape down, which we're gonna post probably by the end of the week. We broke it down 5 different ways. We slow-moed the whole fight to 50%, counting punches landed. No one could understand what happened, and I don't want to get into it too much because I'll be ranting for about 3 hours. But there was a lot of weird stuff going on. A lot of. I mean, but judging is judging. I don't agree with it, but I don't want to sound like a sore loser. We know what happened. We did our job. Omar did his job. The trainers did their job. The judges didn't do their job. I had it 5 rounds to 1, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Omar's not like these new boxers where they got to protect that loss so badly that people were coming up to us after the fight like someone had died. Like, oh, we're so sorry. Our condol. We lost. So, I mean, we know we won. We don't care what the record shows. You know, we know we won the fight, and we just keep it going. That's it.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I'm bothered with the sport of boxing right now is that I don't know what the judges are looking at when fights are going on. They've been hiring a lot of blind judges lately, which brings a bad reputation to the sport.
Yeah.
It's turning people off.
They gotta find, there's so many solutions, and I've actually have a notebook of things I wish boxing would do. Things can be done. It's just people are lazy. They don't. People are like, oh, it's all about them. It's not. It has nothing to do with money. Hampton, New Hampshire. It's had nothing to do. It's just laziness. It's I've been a proponent for open scoring. After every round, I mean, you've been to how many fights? It doesn't take, this day and age with calculators, it doesn't take too long to add up a score and announce it before the round.
Absolutely.
And I've been a proponent for open scoring. I've talked to the Connecticut Commission about it. I'd love to bring it further because, and this was before this past fight with Omar, and this is a perfect example. Had Omar known and our team known what the scorecards were going into the last round, you got to go for a knockout, basically. And Omar still dominated the last round, but maybe he pushes the envelope a little bit. Little things. I mean, boxing is part of the allure of boxing. I think half the time people watch boxing just to complain about the outcome. To be honest with you, I think people enjoy. We live in a society where everyone loves to debate, loves to fight about something, and boxing definitely provides that for people, for sure. Big fights, TV fights, who doesn't agree with what? They got to figure a different way. I know baseball is already experimenting with getting rid of the home plate umpire. We have computers. They got it. There has to be a different way, a different. I train at the gym all day sometimes, thinking of ideas and, whether anything comes of it now, but I at least try, and, it's one thing to complain about it, but I try to do something about it. Worst thing that can happen is nothing happens, but we try. We definitely
you got to keep advocating.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that I like, and hopefully it's not taken negative, but Omar was undefeated.
Yep.
And one thing that I like about fighters is that when they get that first loss, that's one less thing that they have to worry
about. Boxer's career doesn't begin till they lose. And that Mayweather effect, 50-0, everyone wants to be undefeated to the point where if they take one loss, it's over. I mean, that's not real life. In life, we take losses weekly, daily, little things. And if you can't accept losing a boxing match, you got some serious problems. And I don't manage guys to protect the O. You know what I mean? I try to move them along, better competition. And we saw what we needed to see a few weeks ago. Omar fought a guy, of experience. Maybe we get the rematch. I doubt it. I don't think they want to fight us again. But we're gonna keep moving forward. We're back in under 7 weeks, so we're just gonna keep the train going.
Yep. All right, AJ. Well, just really quick because we're starting to wind down on the interview. But if there's fighters out there in the amateur ranks who are hoping eventually at some point in their career to go pro, greatest recommendation to them that are watching right now?
Get a real job. Get a real job. This isn't, I keep saying his name, but he's probably the biggest name of our generation with boxing. This isn't Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Omar works. It's a real. I hate using this cliche, but it's a real life Rocky story. Wakes up 5, runs, works in a factory, comes to the gym, takes care of his kids. It's real life. I mean, it's not, guys, Frank Galarza, I mean, he fought his first 5 fights basically for $1 because that's the legal limit. You have to be able to give a guy at least $1. Get a job, have a backup plan, and stay hungry and understand the business of it. Not everyone's out to screw the boxers. I think a lot of boxers they feel like they're, up against the wall all the time. And you gotta surround yourself with the right team and, but get a job, get a real job, and be smart with everything. Save your money.
And again, for you guys that are watching right now live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, Galante is the owner of Boxing Club in the city of Danbury, Connecticut. He is also a professional boxing manager and promoter. He has been on the biggest platforms of the sport, PBC, main events, every venue that's out there. AJ has been there, arenas with 50,000, 60,000 people. AJ has been in that ring representing his fighters. And listen, if you need some information, all you got to do is reach out to AJ Galante. Go onto his Facebook, his Instagram.
Me right on my wall, whatever. I don't have an Instagram, but go to Champs Danbury.
Champs Danbury.
I talk to everybody. A pain in the neck. Other than that, I'll talk. It doesn't cost anything to listen. So I'm always here to help and try to steer people in the right way.
Yeah. So in closing, any last words you want to leave to the people that are watching, AJ?
No, thank you everybody for the support. And like I said, it's I've been thinking through this whole interview just 4 years ago, and I'm very happy for you. We've become close friends, and I couldn't be happier. This place is great, and thanks everyone for the support, and hopefully, I'm from Danbury. We're trying to push the sport locally, but also in Connecticut. A lot of things. I think Connecticut is open season for boxing. I think there's a lot of things that could happen, and I try to do my part to push that too.
Yeah. And before you go, I just want you to let the individuals that are watching know about your event coming up June.
Yes.
I think 27th.
June 20. I don't even remember. June 22nd.
22nd. Summer
Sizzler 3.
So let them know, man.
One. Amateur, big amateur show. It's a club show, but because of our proximity to New York and everything, we get a lot of boxers from, New York Metro, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, and we try to really match, guys up. It's almost, we try to match it as if it was, Golden Gloves or something. So it's exciting. We, always have a good time. Helps our kids at the gym. All proceeds, it all goes to the kids, and we're really excited for it.
Excellent, AJ. Well, thank you, man.
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
coming down to the studio. And for you guys that are watching, stay tuned. We'll be right back momentarily. Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory, and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Perez Tire Center is open 7 days per week, located at 72 Knowlton Street in the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
despair over auto glass repair. For rapid, reliable auto glass replacement and repair, trust Bridgeport Auto Glass with over 25 years experience. We do all glass replacement, windshields, mirrors, door glass, sunroofs. For cars and a wide variety of trucks, we'll get you back on the road fast. Same day and mobile service available. Our fully licensed technicians can come to you, serving both New Haven and Fairfield counties, credit cards and all insurance accepted. Bridgeport Auto Glass, skilled, efficient, and affordable.
Did you know that as a defendant, you have a right to bail? The 8th and 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantee this. This is something that a reliable, licensed bail bondsman should know. The team at Aces Bail Bonds knows this and much more. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now.
Welcome to Ramirez Restaurant.
Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Looking for custom wheels? Looking for quality and professional service? Do you need a flat tire repaired? Are you looking for a $45 alignment and the lowest prices in the state? Come to Perez Tire Center located in the city of Bridgeport. At Perez Tire Center, we take pride in our selection and service. We are never short on inventory and we give you the best guaranteed lowest prices up front. At Perez Tire Center, we slash the competition and will beat the other guys. Financing is available and no credit check is needed. We also install batteries and tires on recreational vehicles, trailers, and motorcycles. If you need it, we got it. Perez Tire Center is open 7 days per week, located at 72 Knowlton Street in the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Don't despair over auto glass repair. For rapid, reliable auto glass replacement and repair, trust Bridgeport Auto Glass with over 25 years experience. We do all glass replacement, windshields, mirrors, door glass, sunroofs. For cars and a wide variety of trucks, we'll get you back on the road fast. Same day and mobile service available. Our fully licensed technicians can come to you, serving both New Haven and Fairfield counties, credit cards and all insurance accepted. Bridgeport Auto Glass, skilled, efficient, and affordable.
Did you know that as a defendant, you have a right to bail? The 8th and 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantee this. This is something that a reliable, licensed bail bondsman should know. The team at Aces Bail Bonds knows this and much more. For fast, reliable bail bond service, call Aces Bail Bonds now. With over 2 years of tradition, Rancho Pantanal Brazilian Steakhouse offers the best premium steak cuts prepared with precision and served the authentic Brazilian way. We offer an extended salad bar, a select wine menu, amazing drinks and desserts, all in a cozy and relaxed environment so you can enjoy our delicious meats and service. And don't forget to visit our website for information about our catering services. It would be a pleasure to serve you. Rancho Pantanal Brazilian Steakhouse, the authentic Brazilian churrasco.
Hi everyone, my name is Liza Herrera and we are here to promote our event Helping from Heaven in loving memory of my daughter, Private First Class Shalimar Herrera. We are looking for sponsors or people that would like to support us. If anyone are interested to support us, please contact us at Justice for Shalimar on Facebook, and we also have an email, justiceforshalimar@gmail.com. All the money that we collect in this event is going to be donated to Home of the Brave for our veterans. If you please would like to support, contact us at Justice for Shalimar.
Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to Super Elite Entertainment. It's your boy Jason Rodriguez, and listen, first of all, I just want to apologize because we ran into some technical difficulties, and you can expect for stuff like that to happen, especially when you're broadcasting live. You know, when you go live, there's no coming back. When you make a mistake, you make a mistake. There's no coming back from it. You just got to recover, and we just recover from the mistake that was made, and we truly apologize, and we want to thank each and every one of you that that you stood there, you didn't go anywhere, and I truly appreciate that. So without further ado, we're going to continue on with the show. We've been having a great time here so far tonight with AJ Galante from Champs Boxing Club. We also had Diana, who performed for us a couple of songs. Tonight we're going to continue on with Hector. Shortly we're going to have Hector Rosa, who's going to be singing, but until then we have Mr. Hector Diaz. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Garcia, but we have Mr. Hector Diaz in the studio tonight here. And Hector, first of all, thank you, brother. Nice to meet you. And this is the first time we formally meet each other. I mean, we've been somewhat knowing each other. Well, I've been knowing you throughout the years, as you're a politician, and because of your political status, who doesn't know you? Everybody knows Hector Diaz.
I hope they remember that on election day.
Everybody knows Hector Diaz. And so, Hector, the reason why I wanted to bring you into the studio tonight is because, first of all, you are in a race for a great seat. A seat that was left vacant by a gentleman who just recently passed away. What was his first name?
Ezekiel.
Santiago. Yep. Ezekiel, the late Ezekiel Santiago passed away. He left us, and he left that seat vacant. Yes. And that's something that you're really, really trying to get. You're going up against a couple of, I'm not going to knock your opponents, but you're going up against a couple of tough opponents. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I like about you is that you bring experience because you already sat in that same exact seat for 5 years. Yes. Correct?
Yes.
All right. So you bring experience into the game. So how important is that experience you bring in with you into the to the seat that you're trying to take? And what
Well, the 130th district, the 130th district covers the east side, the west side, the south end, and just about all of downtown. It goes from Seaside Park to the Sheen Center, for those of you that know, and from just about Albion Street or that area to Arctic Street on the east side. So you have the east side, the west side, the south end, and most of downtown. Very important to note that I did serve this seat in the past and that I won the election without the endorsement, like I'm running now. I don't have the Democratic endorsement. I am a Democrat. And when I won the seat before, I think it might have made history. It may have been the first time that a candidate who wasn't endorsed won the seat.
So, May 7th?
May
It's
7th,
just around the
next
corner.
Tuesday.
That's next Tuesday. So, I mean, you're out there, man. You're in the ditches, man. You're knocking on doors, ringing bells, putting up posters and signs, and posting on all kind of social media networks. I mean, how tough is it?
It's extremely tough, especially I don't believe in money wins elections. I've always been an advocate that it's people and bringing the people out that win elections. I don't think that I don't know if you know, but recently two of the candidates received some money from the state, well over $20,000. They had asked me early in my campaign if I was going to go for that $20,000. One of my people, and I said, no, that's $100,000 for a month-long race. We're supposed to be advocating for bringing money back to the city, not taking $100,000 money to run a campaign in a area where some people have to decide whether they're going to pay their light or their heat. You know, I think that it's an insult to the voters to use that kind of money and blatantly, and for 2 weeks, $100,000 would be able to fund maybe 5 jobs yearly, or even a program like Mr. I'm sorry, but the
AJ Galante.
AJ Galante, a program like AJ Galante is that. What would $100,000 do to his program for a month? Not even a month, for a week. Because the election, you're going to get that money now. You just got a week to run. You got a week to spend that money. So I don't have what everybody else has, or what many of the other candidates have. What I do have is the most qualified of the candidates. I was there in the past. During my time there, I was vice chair of the Housing Committee. I was on Human Services and Appropriations. Those are the committees that bring the money back. And I was vice chair of the Black and Puerto Rican Caucus for the whole time, just about, that I was elected, other than the first few months of the special election, because when you win the special election, you have to learn the process. I was lucky in that I had some good teachers. John Martinez, rest in peace, out of New Haven, one of my best friends, and also we were a strong duo up there. And I was able to come and make a mark my first few terms there, and I believe that we need that. We need leadership. We have too many of our own people that have to look up to someone else. I like to say it in the car business, you need to hear it from the Anglo. I'm sorry to say for all of those out there, but many times I'll have everything done in a sale, and then the person they want to hear it from the white guy. Honestly, he wants to hear it from the white guy. I think that that's not a leader. We have that right now in our politicians in the city and in the state. You have a group of politicians around the state that still got to hear from the white guy. It ain't okay unless it's here. Now, I'm telling and I'm committing to my community that I don't have to hear from anyone other than you. If you live in my district, you have a concern, very easy to reach out to. As you said, you've seen me in many places. I'm active, I'm out there. I'm very approachable. It would just take a minute for you to tell me more or less what you need. And if there's some way that I can make it happen, or some way to find a law that benefits the city, and if I can bring the dollars back. That's the biggest thing, is bringing those dollars back to fund projects that we need in this city to keep us viable.
Hector, how important is it for the Latino community to get out and vote? How important is that? Because, and the reason why I say that is because, as you know, the way I know, a lot of people don't like to vote. A lot of people rather just stay home.
Yes.
So how important is it for the people that are watching to get out and vote May 7th for the special election?
I want to tell everybody out there of Puerto Rican or Hispanic origin that it's so important. Right now, we only have one Puerto Rican on a delegation of nine people. We have 7 state reps and 2 senators. We have one Puerto Rican, Chris Rosario. In our election of 5 men, there's 5 people running right now. It's a 5-person race, and there's only 2 Puerto Ricans of the 5. It's important that we don't lose that identity, especially on the east side, the west side, and the south end, where we've been the stalwart. We've built that community. We've worked in that community, and we've taken the loss and the hits that community has been taking. So why would we want somebody to come in and represent us that isn't us? If he doesn't look like you or talk like you or think like you, then he shouldn't represent you.
So, with individuals coming out May 7th to drop their vote for you,
I would hope.
I would hope. But we're speaking it into existence. All
Yes,
right?
I like that. I like that. I like that. Eso me gusta.
But with the individuals coming out to show you your support and to vote for you, what can we, as a person who will vote for you, expect out of you after you win that election?
You will expect my total commitment to be of the city, to have regular meetings, to bring back whatever is being talked about or worked about, to make you a part of my time in the legislature just as much as me being there personally. We need, all too often politicians forget that they are simply representatives of the people. We go up there to fight for what your needs are. We don't go up there to fight for what we believe in. It's part of what we believe in, because they should be in tune.
Mm-hmm.
Your needs and my needs should be in tune. So when we go, what I can promise is, get me elected. You'll have the most qualified of the 5 candidates, someone who can go up there and the very next day start working on things that'll promote the city and make things a lot better for all of us. I don't have to learn. It's not a place where you go for on-the-job training. I have relationships. I have relationships nationwide. Luis Gutierrez, congressman out of Chicago, close friend. Serrano out of New York, close friend. Jim Larson, who's a congressman from Hartford, senator from Hartford, good friend. I even have a friend, which people find hard to believe, a Republican friend from Kentucky that's a senator, that actually in my last term when I was there went to Brazil with me.
Oh.
And we formed a bond. It's funny because he has stopped people in Washington and said, "You're from Connecticut? Do you know Hector Diaz?" And they look at him like, how do you know Hector Diaz? and he's like, we passed, we had a great time, and that's Brett Guthrie. If by some miracle this passes by, I'm Brett. How are you? I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine, and I'm going to call you if I need you.
So, our studio, and not to get off the subject, our studio, I believe, is in your district.
It is.
So, what kind of representation will we get from Mr. Hector Diaz?
Exactly. Jason, I have to say that I will be so indebted to you for me this. I don't have the manpower. I don't have the party backing. I just have my desire and the people's will to make this happen. You giving me this opportunity affords me an audience that I probably wouldn't be able to have working on this by myself. Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I believe that all your listeners and everybody who's paying attention to us right now needs to know that if Jason wants to bring me on weekly after I get elected, or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever he needs from me to make you aware of what I'm doing in Hartford and how we can benefit, and when I need you to come up to Hartford and fight with me and what issues are happening, that I'll get the word out here first.
And he co-signed it now. Co-signed what you just said.
Co-sign.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. No, what a great opportunity to be able to have you here, though.
More my opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And you're someone that I've known, not directly, but you're someone that I've watched and known from afar. And every time I've seen you, you've been about your business, man.
Thank you.
And you know, you have the reputation of a person who gets stuff done, and you definitely have the experience needed for the role that's vacant right now. And honestly, based on the information and the data that I have on you, you definitely make the perfect candidate for that position. You know, because the city of Bridgeport, you know, we need a Latino to represent us, to represent our culture.
Definitely.
Not only that, but you're not only representing the Latino, you're representing, you know, the African American, you're representing the Caucasian.
I believe the African American more than anyone else in this race has been set to the side because there are no African American candidates. But anyone who knows me knows that I've always been an advocate for us unity. That we work together, we live in the same buildings, we have the same landlord-tenant problems, we have the same. Not being able to go to certain, there's no grocery store in your neighborhood. There's a bunch of things that we as a whole, our community as a whole, is hand in hand in. And that's very important. I think that many of the other candidates aren't even knocking on African American doors or maybe even seeking their advice. I grew up with them. They're my brothers, you know.
Absolutely.
I come from an era when that's all there was us and our brothers. It wasn't. And now we've grown, and there's a lot more population coming from other places, from South America, and we're welcoming them in. We can't forget that we as Puerto Ricans were here first. We set the stage, and we can't lose that. We can't, after all the years, I mean, my grandfather came here in 1942. My dad came in 48. My dad was town clerk for 20 years. My uncle was deputy commissioner of motor vehicle. I'm on the police commission. I'm a police commissioner. I mean, we've always been a family that serves, and it's important that our youngsters or the youngsters coming up see that we do have positions, people in these positions that they can strive for.
Excellent, man. Well, you know, it's a excuse me, great opportunity to have you here. And I know you came in so that we can talk about a little bit about politics. I'm not a political person. I don't know much about politics.
We can talk boxing.
We definitely talk boxing. We can do that all day. We can bring AJ Galante back into the picture.
I don't know if you know, Macho Camacho was a very, very good friend. We spent a few Christmases together, me, him, and a friend of mine, Jazz, George Sosa, who was his sensei in karate.
Wow.
And I actually, there was a fight he had in Miami with his brother and his son for ESPN or Showtime, and I was down. One of him was in Florida while he trained with my friend. I also friends with Sugar de Leon was a good friend of mine, a boxer champion. I know Alex Ortiz, a good friend, Juan Laporte.
Wow.
Tony. These are all good guys, man. These are guys that are solid.
Wow, you connect. You won already, man. He won.
I've got friends, and in the basketball industry, and I mean, I've always liked sports. I've always been I think that sports is a communication. It's a form. It's a place that we can get to without needing the money, or you just have to have talent and perseverance. Like, and not to forget that everybody doesn't make it. But if a child can get a scholarship to college from sports, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's make it happen. I mean, we got Bassick High School. Bassick High School, they're thinking about rebuilding it. But nobody's talking about a football field or a athletic field or even a swimming pool. And I'm thinking, this is the only school in the state that doesn't have a football field. How do you do that? How do these kids grow up and you know, have the talent, and not have the opportunity? We owe them the opportunity. All right, if they have the talent, then we owe them the opportunity, and that's going to be one of the things that I advocate for: a new Bassick High School, and along with that, a football field and stadium.
Excellent. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, I truly hope that May 7th goes your way. I hope that you get the decision, the nod, and you know, you'll be sitting up there.
May 14th, I'll be here. No.
That's right. Yep. You're gonna be here. Actually, you're gonna come back here so we can do part 2, the celebration episode.
We're Galante. We'll stop that, man.
Excellent. Well, you know what? Since you're on the hot seat, and I was supposed to do these questions with Mr. Galante, but since you're on the hot seat, I'm gonna have to hit him off with the shotgun questions. We're gonna have some fun with one of our political representatives from the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
I'm with it.
All right. Shotgun question. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. First one is, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song would have to be Attitude by the Barcades. If anybody has a chance to listen to that, the greatest line in that song for me is, your attitude is not what the people see, is not what you want to be, but what the people see. And it always meant something to me. It's always meant something to me. I could have said a salsa song too, but
I was expecting a salsa song.
I was gonna go salsa, but honestly, I looked for that Barcade Attitude before the internet and before all this everywhere, and the only place that I could find it, there was a Colony record store in New York that had it, and outside of that, I couldn't find it anywhere. And it's just, it's an inspiring song that's uplifting.
Excellent. What's your favorite movie?
Movie, I would have to say, wow, Casablanca. Casablanca. My nephew's here, and I'll tell you, he's 30, I don't know, but I made him and his brother watch Casablanca when they were youths because of the importance of that movie. Shows so many aspects of life. Not only the love story in it, but there's words and lines in that movie that still are used today. A penny for your thoughts. Of all the gin joints in the world, she walked into mine. You played it for her, play it for me. It's a great movie. I have a copy at home, in fact. That's still watching.
And again, I'm your host, Jason Rodriguez, and we have Mr. Hector Diaz, who's running for the state rep for the city of Bridgeport.
Yep, 130th district.
130th district, and we're hitting him off with what we call the shotgun questions, and we're getting up close and personal with Mr. Hector Diaz, and we're getting, we're finding out what he likes to eat, and what movie he likes, and the next question is, what's your favorite car?
My favorite car was a car that I had. I was my dream car, and I found myself on hard times and had to sell it. Cadillac Galante, 1993. Candy apple red, black interior, black top. That's the car you want, man. That Cadillac. They only made a few nice ones that really worked out. For some reason, that the transmission or the engine had it was aluminum, and they didn't work for a lot of cars. But I had a really good one.
So you used to lean way back?
I like convertibles.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food is Spanish food, brother.
Boricua.
Con ajo, con salchicha, ajo amarillo.
Ay, ay, ay.
Con salchicha.
Ay, ay, ay.
Y bistec empanizado.
Wow.
Con un aguacate, una gurucolo, coco rico.
Oh, wow.
We make it nice.
You are a Boricua to the heart. What's the favorite thing you like to read?
I read novels, books. I'm reading a couple of books right now. I got a book that I'm reading on. It's biography. It's a autobiography not written by Frank Sinatra. Great book. But the book that changed my life, I would say, was Down These Mean Streets by Perry Thomas. When I was a state rep before, one of my colleagues, John Martinez, had told me he had to leave Hartford early because he was going back to see some authors and give them citations. And I asked him who they were, and one of them was Perry Thomas. Now, Perry Thomas, for those of you who don't know, was a young Puerto Rican writer who was dark-skinned and grew up on at that time in the 50s and 40s on both sides of the stick. He didn't know, was he black, was he white? He was Puerto Rican, dark-skinned. So he still got treated like an African American, and even in our culture at that time, he felt picked on by, and he had lighter-skinned brothers. Anyways, the story in itself made me. Gave me introspect. I was 15 or 16 years old when I first read it. Read it again. That when I met a young man that I think may be a leader of Puerto Rican descent, that I suggest that book to him. But there's a lot of others. I've read all the Donald Goines books. Man, Child in the Promised Land by Baldwin. I mean, I read, man. I like to read anything that has to do with our culture. I just read great book. Anybody who has an opportunity to read that, you'll learn a little bit about a time in Puerto Rico when you couldn't fly the flag. You couldn't fly the Puerto Rican flag in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
And this happened, you know. One of my heroes, Albizu Campos, he's written about in the book, and they used him as a guinea pig. He was a lawyer and magna cum laude from both Harvard and Yale. He was a military man. He went in the military, and they treated him because of his love for independence and his fight for it at that time. He was treated really, really bad, and people need to know that. We need to know our history. I'm a strict believer. You won't know where you're going until you know where you came from.
That's right. That's right. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word. I've probably said it 2 or 3 times. I've never heard this question. My favorite word.
We're gonna move up your mic so that people can hear you.
All right.
Keep going. What's your
All
favorite
right.
word?
My favorite word would be victory. Victory. I want to hear that word so much on Tuesday, May 7th. Victory, victorious.
Victoria.
I think that is that could be my favorite word. I think that if I sat back and said introspected, it would be brother. It would be my brother of all kinds. And when I say that, I include women, brothers and sisters, but brother. And what you would do for a brother.
If heaven exists, when you get there, what would you like God to hear you say? I mean, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Wow. I had a friend that passed away. You probably knew him, Anderson Ayala.
Yes, I grew up with him.
Anderson, I loved Andy to death. That was like a little brother to me. And he passed maybe about a week before Ezekiel or 2 weeks before Ezekiel. I've been telling people there was one thing about Andy. He spoke highly of everyone. I never heard him say anything bad about anybody.
Right.
So I think that when I get to heaven, because I was speaking to somebody, and they were worried. It was one of his family members, and I don't want to go into that, but she was worried, and she was saying, you know, I hope that God forgave him. And I looked at her and said, Andy's not in heaven. We're all in trouble. I mean, I'm in bad shape if Andy's not in heaven. So what I'd like to hear is Andy told us all about you.
Oh, wow.
Nice. And Andy definitely was a good brother. I grew up when we were little kids in the same neighborhood over there in the east side, Sherman Street, you know, Steuben.
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's Church. Yep,
Yes.
I grew up. That's my area.
Excellent.
And yep, I've known Andy and his whole family, the whole Ayalas.
Oh, everyone. I just left Calvin and Manoling and Chia. They're beautiful. They've done. And Calvin is actually my parents are his godparents. When Andy moved in originally across from St. Michael's School where I lived on Borough Street, he was about 5 or 6 years old. I was 15 or 16. He came across the fence, came up to me, introduced himself. Said, I'm Andy, moved in next door, and I just wanted to come say hi. And I'm looking at him like, you think we're going to be friends? You know, you're 5. And it was so big because after 20, 30 years, I went to the service. I once went to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks and stayed 4 years. When I came back, for one of the first people I seen was Andy playing in a baseball game. And we became just that, very good friends. My first, when I was elected and in office, I needed someone to be my back in a councilman in Bridgeport, and he was the person that I worked with to get in there.
Excellent, Hector. In closing, if there's anything that you wanted to say, final remarks, final words to the people that are watching, especially to your supporters, and maybe to the ones that are contemplating, maybe I should support him, maybe I should back him up, maybe I should vote for him. What would you say to those that are watching right now? Your last words.
I want you to understand, I want everybody to understand that I've never made money off politics. It's not about money, it's a calling. It's something that you do for the better of your community. I respect all the candidates if that's how they feel and that's what they want to do. I ask you for your vote because I believe that I am the most qualified of the candidates. I've been there before. When I go there, I'm going to make things happen from the day that I get there. It's a 9-month term of election. If one of us, if I wasn't to do it, you can knock me out in 9 months. But right now, for the good of you and the good of me, and of the district, we need somebody that's an actual leader. I am a leader. I'm not a follower. I'm not beholden to anyone but the community. I want you guys to understand that I can't do this. Don't take it in your mind that Hector's just going to win this because he's the most qualified and I don't have to go out, or Hector didn't knock on my door, so since he didn't knock on my door, I'm not giving him the vote. It's stretched. It happened in a month. We only had a month to come up with this election. I can't knock on every door. I have tried to communicate with as many people as I can. Just understand that I am going to fight hard for you and that I am you. I want to be your representative. I want to be your voice, tu voz. I want to be the voice of Bridgeport, the voice of the East Side and the South End and the West End. I want to make beautiful things and I want the city to be what it has the potential to be.
Excellent, man, Hector. Well, truly appreciate you coming down to the studio.
I appreciate it. I really do, Jason.
Especially, truly appreciate you coming down. This is our first show.
Congratulations. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys aren't seeing all this here, but this is beautiful. This is nice. We need to support Jason. Jason, I've noticed that you're getting a lot of local advertisement.
I try to keep it all Bridgeport.
And that's big. That's big. We're a good city, man. We're a great city. We just got to continue. You hear so many negative things about us, and it's not true. It's basically a good city. In fact, the person once told me, oh, they steal cars there. I said, no, they don't steal them there. They find them there. All right, so pay attention.
Oh man!
Please come out, vote on election day. I'm asking you for the vote. I am humbled by Jason and giving me this opportunity. I'll be back. You know, whatever you need me, whatever you guys need.
You're definitely gonna come back for the celebration episode. All right.
I'm gonna hold you to that. And you
Absolutely.
hold me to it, okay?
Absolutely.
We'll
Absolutely.
pop champagne.
And again, for you guys that are watching right now live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. We have a little more to go with the show. So far, we had AJ Galante in the studio from Chance Boxing Club in in Danbury, Connecticut. We had Diana Rosado, who blessed us with her beautiful voice. And coming up soon, after we come back from commercial break, will be Hector Rosa. Be blessing us with 1 or 2 songs. I've been trying to get Hector into the studio so he can bless us with an entire concert.
Excellent.
So, but Hector is ready and he's on deck and he's gonna be blessing us with 1 or 2 songs when we come right back. So don't go anywhere. Again, Super League Entertainment coming to you live every single week at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back in a minute.
With over 2 years of tradition, Rancho Patanal Brazilian Steakhouse offers the best premium steak cuts prepared with precision and served the authentic Brazilian way. We offer an extended salad bar, a select wine menu, amazing drinks and desserts, all in a cozy and relaxed environment so you can enjoy our delicious meats and service. And don't forget to visit our website for information about our catering services. It would be a pleasure to serve you. Rancho Patanal Brazilian Steakhouse, the authentic Brazilian churrasco.
Hi everyone, my name is Liza Herrera and we are here to promote our event, Helping from Heaven, in loving memory of my daughter, Private First Class Shalimar Herrera. We are looking for sponsors or people that would like to support us. If anyone are interested to support us, please contact us at Justice for Shalimar on Facebook, and we also have an email, justiceforshalimar@gmail.com. All the money that we collect in this event is going to be donated to Home of the Brave for our veterans. If you please would like to support, contact us at Justice for Shalimar.
All right, welcome back to Super League Entertainment. We're back here in the studio, broadcasting live. And I know I said when I come back that I would come back with Mr. Hector Rosa, who's going to be performing for us tonight. But instead, before we jump into Hector Rosa, I still have Mr. Hector Diaz here in the studio with me. And the reason why I kept you back is because a couple of people on Facebook left a couple of comments. And I just wanted to acknowledge them, and I wanted you to respond real quick.
Excellent.
And one person wrote on here, it's really important to vote so you can get the right person.
Exactly. If you sit back at home and think that we've got this one because of name recognition or anything else, you're sadly mistaken. It takes 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to run to the poll, fulfill your duty. People died for this. People died for the right to vote. So don't let that be such a small thing. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't like the candidates or I don't like this. Give us a chance. Do what you can, but come out and vote. Exercise your right. It's very important.
So another person, Hector, wrote on here, really quick, let's take a look. Another person wrote on here, you were talking about money earlier, contribution and stuff like that. And they wrote on here, you should put that money into the classrooms.
Exactly. Well, this is why I'm upset about that campaign extra finance money that they give from the state. I didn't like it when we first voted on it 20 years ago, and I don't like it now. I didn't seek to get that money. That's $21,000 for each candidate. It comes out to well over $100,000 in a race that's only a month long. That $100,000, could you imagine what that would have done? $1,000. So when you look at these candidates that did take that money, and are using it for campaign literature, or what could you use $21,000 for in our district in a week? I don't see it. I mean, people are saying, oh, they're creating jobs. They're creating jobs for a week, for 2 weeks. It doesn't make sense when $100,000 could be used for an actual program, a boxing program, a youth and art program, a singing program, something that really will instill pride and for us, it's everyone. Right now, this money that was given out, this $100,000 or this $21,000 per candidate, or those that took it, they're taking the wrong route. This is not what it doesn't take that much to win this election. This election should be able to be won with $3,000 or $5,000 in the month, let alone 21 or 22 in a week. I just believe that that it would be better spent in education, of course.
Excellent. And I just want to thank each and every one of you that left those comments or questions for Mr. Hector Diaz.
Thank
and
you.
Hector, again, thank you, brother.
Thank you very much. There was a question from Nate. Nate Torres.
Yeah, no, what Nate said was, he said, heck, good stuff. Heck, good stuff.
Nate is my brother. Love you, Nate. Take care, guys.
Your mother said he knows mine.
Oh, and then, hold on, let's see. We got another comment on here where, my mother named Rodriguez, she said, you know, Ma and Franco.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know who he is. My uncle, he's my uncle named Franco Jalopy.
All right, excellent.
I don't know if you know who they are, but
well, we're originals. I mean, the Diaz family, and I'm sure your family, Jason, we're originals. We're part of what makes Bridgeport Bridgeport. It's not.
Days, man.
Exactly. I've always said that the Puerto Rican community is made up of maybe about 6 or 7 families that have turned into all of what we are now. I recently found a picture of my grandfather. There was only 1951, 2,700 Puerto Ricans and 300 Cubans in the city of Bridgeport, and it was a newspaper article, and he was in it. I think that thank you to your moms and for remembering and go out and vote and tell people to vote, please.
May 7th, vote for Hector Diaz.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Hector.
Thank you.
Honor. All right. And again, really quick, for all of you guys that are watching, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back with Mr. Hector Rosa, and he's going to bless us with one song. And I guarantee you that one song will be more than enough because he has a beautiful voice. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back in a minute.
With over 2 years of tradition, Rancho Patanal Brazilian Steakhouse offers the best premium steak cuts prepared with precision and served the authentic Brazilian way. We offer an extended salad bar, a select wine menu, amazing drinks and desserts, all in a cozy and relaxed environment so you can enjoy our delicious meats and service. And don't forget to visit our website for information about our catering service. It would be a pleasure to serve you. Rancho Patanal, Brazilian Steakhouse, the authentic Brazilian churrasco.
Hi everyone, my name is Liza Herrera and we are here to promote our event Helping from Heaven in loving memory of my daughter, Private First Class Shalimar Herrera. We are looking for sponsors or people that would like to support us. If anyone are interested to support us, please contact us at Justice for Shalimar on Facebook, and we also have an email, justiceforshalimar@gmail.com. All the money that we collect in this event is going to be donated to Home of the Brave for our veterans. If you please would like to support, contact us at Justice for Shalimar.
All right, you guys, and welcome back to Super Elite Entertainment. It's your boy Jason Rodriguez, and we're broadcasting here live from the new Super Elite Entertainment studio in the city of Bridgeport, the great city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And we're live right now on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And without further ado, with that said, I'm going to bring to you Mr. Hector Rosa. All right, Hector.
Hello, everybody.
All right, so you ready to sing, Hector?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Right.
Beautiful studio, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Yes. I'm honored to have you here, Hector.
I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'd live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. That's why I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Yeah, it's a lonely place to be. So I learn to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'd live as I the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of should lead you to that lonely place, find your strength in
All right, Hector. Hey, good job, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Good job, man. So, really quick, for all of you guys that are watching right now, if you don't know Hector Rosa, now you do know him after performing that beautiful song. But it's not easy to sing Whitney, man.
No, it's not. I've been practicing for years.
It is not easy to sing Whitney. And so, before we go, I just got one question for you.
Yes.
When are you going to come and hit us off with a full-fledged concert?
All right, so this was your grand opening, so I wanted to give you a chance, but I'll be back very, very soon with several songs for you.
I think we're going to have to book Hector to come to every show every Tuesday night and hit us off with a couple of songs.
There you go.
You got it. Whatever it takes to make it to Hollywood. We're going together, okay, guys?
Flying high, flying high. All right, well, listen, I just want to thank each and every one of you that tuned in tonight. Again, I'm Jason Rodriguez, the host of the Super Elite Entertainment Show. We debuted our first show here in our brand new studio. So exciting. We have a studio audience. I mean, thank all of you guys who showed up tonight. I want to thank Diana. I want to thank Hector. Rose, I want to thank Hector Diaz. I keep saying Garcia. I want to thank, what's your name? Julio. Gracias por venir, Julio. I want to thank Michael. I want to thank AJ Galante. I want to thank each and every one of you that were watching, that tuned in for the whole entire show. I want to thank you for watching on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. I mean, thank you very, very much. And I also need to, if I don't do this, me matan. I need to acknowledge my wife, Michelle, and thank her for watching, for being here in the studio. And, it's been great, man. It's been fun. We're talking the technical difficulties, but you know what? When you go live, hey, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You just bounce back from the mistakes that you made and you learn from them and you get better. And that's what we're doing on a weekly basis. The reason why we created this platform is so that we can bring to you, the people that are watching, the community, hope, inspiration, motivation, encouragement, and even some love. Man, we want you to feel love when you tune into the show or when you come here in person. Also keep in mind, soon on our website, www.supereliteentertainment.com, you'll be able to get tickets to attend a live broadcast here in the studio. So in another week or so, if you want to attend shows, you can just request tickets on the website and we'll send them to you. We'll send them to you by email and you can come on down to the studio and be a part of our studio audience. And listen, you will enjoy yourself. Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, again, I truly thank you. I thank all our advertisers, Aces Bell Bond, Rancho Patenal, JC Tire Shop, Perez Tire Service, all of you guys. I truly appreciate the support. And listen, we're going to keep doing this each and every week, 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. And we're just going to get better, stronger, and we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep bringing to you the best exclusive interviews throughout the state of Connecticut. We're not only focused on boxing, we're focused on everything. All subjects, all ideas. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, whatever you are. We want you on our show. And we're going to do this every week, every Tuesday night. Hector, what do you think?
I'm down.
And Hector will be here with me singing. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Your host, your boy, Jason Rodriguez. Thank you, and God bless, and have a good night.
This show is brought to you by Perez Tire Center, Aces Bail Bonds, Miranda & Sons Automotive, Bridgeport Auto Glass, Ramirez Spanish Restaurant, Tito's Barbershop, JC Tire Center, Rancho Patanal Brazilian Restaurant, and Luz de Paz Funeral